I've just been sitting with Nyarri Morgan, the elder of the Martu tribe based in the Western Australian desert. Collisions is a 2016 360 documentary created by Lynette Wallworth about Nyarri's first encounter with white men when he witnessed a nuclear explosion in the 1950s. The 360-degree shoot was done in a custom-made rig fitted with 16 GoPro cameras. And the object removal that they did to get rid of the tripod and in some scenes the drone was really effective. I could just see a bit of a shadow of the tripod here and there, but mostly you wouldn't know it existed. And the stitching was excellent too. You could barely make out the edges in between each camera, except for in one scene where there was quite a noticeable white line there. So considering that this was created before there were really any high-end 360 cameras, they've done a really good job. I did notice though that the IPD was far too narrow for me. I found myself in some scenes having to go cross-eyed just to be able to bring things into focus, which was really quite bizarre because this wasn't a stereoscopic film. Maybe it had something to do with the fact that I was viewing it on the Oculus Go, but I've not encountered this sort of issue with other 360 movies. There are two absolutely standout shots in Collisions, and both of them are from a drone looking down following a moving subject. And these sorts of shots work really well in VR. They inspired more of a sense of awe and wonder than any of the other shots, and maybe that's not actually such a good thing in a documentary of this nature, where we're talking about massive nuclear explosions. One thing to be careful of with the drone shots though, and Collisions suffered a little bit from this, is that drone shots can sometimes be wobbly, and the stabilization is actually really important, because without it there can be a bit of a sense of nausea. Collisions used some archival 2D footage as part of the storytelling, but they did this in a really interesting and creative way. So I've seen other films, when they want to use 2D content, just put it in a black void. But this has the effect of taking you out of the context and the setting and really disconnecting you a little bit from the story. So instead, Collisions sets up a stand-up movie projector out in the red Australian desert, leaning on the side of a truck, and the main characters of the documentary are standing there watching, and it's obvious that it's added in post, but the archival footage is then projected onto the screen. There was a little bit of animation involved too, which was designed to have this huge emotional impact, but for me it fell a little bit short. I think it had something to do with the scale being a little bit off. I can recommend Collisions to anyone who's particularly interested in Indigenous Australian culture. And I'm excited to see what Lynette Wallworth can learn from this particular experience and apply to future projects that she works on. Collisions can be downloaded for free through the Jaunt VR app on just about any platform. If you're enjoying these videos, I'd like to produce one a week or so, then please subscribe, and that way you'll be notified when the new one's released. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.